is telling our YouTube is not on. Okay, it should be on by now. Thank you so much for letting us
know. Thank you, Kroma. Thank you, Kroma, for letting us know. He will take care of it. That's his responsibility. But anyhow, let me finish. Let me land on this. So because of these people being jealous, they're trying to do this kind of stuff. But what they don't realize, the disgrace they're bringing on CDC, if they are not careful, this will bring the demise, complete destruction of CDC. Nowadays, they got to be very careful how they do these kinds of stuff.
You see, look, let me break in Terry. Very cheap indictments here without no basis, no facts, or your social speculation. I don't know why it should be only CDC. Look, Terry.
Yeah, the reason why.
Is it possible too that there's some sort of ploy, political ploy here? Kofa years getting closer to the president. Yes, Kofa is getting more popular in the political cycle. He's not obstructions. You see, narrow-minded people that will see it that way, but Kofa too is building his political lineup. So if he decides in the long run to contest, he will add up to the already load that he have here. So I don't understand if that is the case here. But is he another point to say, you know what, this guy, when he remains speaker until so time, he will get good money and he will become a good political giant to come in the front of the ruling Unity Party. So we need to do something here to slow his speed here so that we can kind of like quiet him down. That could be another version.
Sure, Mr. So, and I think it's a political ploy. You get it right, but which side is the ploy going to benefit? That is where we got to look at, because and for Nati Kofa, to be honest with you, I don't want to say this because of labor, but I have to say it.
Why even because of labor? The labor control you are You see, this is why you're doing, and then you're talking like me.
Mr. So talk your own. Let Terry speak. The young man has to speak his mind. Let the young man speak. Don't come and try to create. Remember, you alone. Whether you're running the show or not, you're alone here tonight. So we want to make sure you run your show perfectly.
Okay, continue to expose yourself to the people. Mali said something yesterday, and you said because of your own self-hate, your own narrow space that you find yourself in, you decided not to give him the credit that due him, but you are making those confessions. Sarah, go ahead.
Yeah, so for Nati Kofa is not playing the political cards as expected by the CDC. And if I was a sedition, I would take the action on for Nati Kofa that CDC is taking. And that is just an honest, like I said, I'm a free thinker. So I just a white chicken, I could have joined the way off. So nobody should depend on me to help them. For Nati Kofa, and I know Sese know what I'm talking about. You cannot be a political in that position. I don't know what happening to the security analyst, but he's struggling to come on. You cannot be in that position that CDC has placed you in. All right, and you playing alone. You had so many opportunities to turn the tide. You did not. The opportunity with the alteration of the budget. You did not spin it in favor of CDC, for CDC to take the glory. You played along and went back into the house, and the recast budget passed. That was an error. For Nati Kofa being the speaker, should I raise an alarm and use it as a political means to then create a unity party?
Yeah, quickly, you end your point, but as far as I'm concerned, the first before it was recalled to have that deliberation, it was Tomo Farah. It was Tomo Farah, and then Fanati Kofa said no. It needs to go through the process.
Yeah, but Mr. So, Fanati Kofa is even helping the president with the War and Economic Crime Code, which CDC was not successful to accomplish. That if Joseph Boyka, if president,
Jerry, are you saying here from what trying to understand. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'll get me to the point. From what you're saying here, like Councillor Kofa or the speakers now, who is from the opposition column, has caved into the ruling establishment. Is that how it appears to you?
The high appear to the CDC, not to me. To me, it's plain fine for me. For me, I even want him to do more. Like the way he going with the president, meeting the, or how you call it, the Pope and all that. I want him to do those kind of things. But is it working politically for where he belongs? No. Because he is helping the government to succeed. CDC political plot, they do not want this government to succeed. And there are major steps he have taken that the CDC had to catch themselves and say, no, if we don't get rid of it, man, he will put dent in our 2029 or come back. So we have to get, that is where I'm coming from. That is why I believe that this particular plot is a CDC plot and have nothing to do with Unity Party. But now Unity Party do not understand the danger for them. I listen to Edwin Snow talking today how, if they move for Nati Kofa, Unity Party will go there. No, that will not be true. Because we don't influence or we have not established where they want the 15,000, 25,000 is coming from. Whether it's coming from.
Exactly.
So the person who's giving this money, their interest is on the table. So if it is CDC who giving this money, that means that obviously these guys are going to put a CDC candidate in as speaker. And if that work out, the Unity Party is in trouble.
Okay.
And I don't want to be involved with too much shenanigan politics.
You see, Terry, and this is why sometimes I don't even trust you too, because you're here, and a few minutes ago, if you were like a CDC, you would think like a CDC. Yeah,
because those people will come for me. Since you will come for me, one of you got it. Because
now you tell you, so I don't know. You want to be here, like if you want to be with a liberal, be with them. You want to be with Jared Bacon, City. That's
and I would know about it. I'm neutral.
No. But you know what?
I'm wet chicken.
Oh, okay. I think they want that.
But you still get money.
So, but look, Mr. Bacon, on a serious note, in my own narrow world here, I feel like a alleged crime is being committed. Should that be the source that we should tackle first to establish the real root of this whole money? Because, I mean, it's just bad. This money here, it came from somewhere. I don't know, but we want to know. Now, if you were called in today to lead an investigation to trace the root cause of this money, why are the lawmakers and why they can't even be investigated? That's some of the things that want to do. This whole thing here is from this whole budgeting, because some people were upset. They throw some kind of money inside there because they were in to do their kuku jumuku way, and it was hooked, and they came, and so Black Dragon revenge the death of Bruce Lee. Now, if you were asked to look into this whole thing here, what would be your first step?
Well,
as an investigator.
The first thing is that the first thing here is there's a Latin word called mens. It's the intent. You know, any crime you commit is the intent. Latin word is called mens. The first thing we got to establish the mens. What is the intent? What the person intend to do with that huge amount of money, and who are the sponsor before we start going. First of all, we're not going to come from outward. We're going to go inward and come from inside and be coming backward instead of going inside. But here's the thing we want to establish first. Who is the giver of this money? Who sponsored the whole thing? Who is the owner money of the whole institution about the money? How? Because if you think about it, if every member, the 47 members, the mathematician is here, they are getting $25,000. 25,000 times what? 70, about 40, 46 or 46 or 41. That's a lot of money.
47.
That's 47. 47 times $25,000. That's a lot of money. You get 15,000 off from first. If it's successful, then you get about $10,000. But here's what I want to focus on. One of the things we have to take into consideration, you see, it is very hard. CDC do not need or they don't want the current speaker. Okay? They don't want the current speaker because he is getting closer to the president, the Excellency Mr. Buckeye. So CDC became a worry. Now, the other political party, who are the 47 members, who are one of all stage, the speaker, they allege that they got about 5 indictment on him. 5 account, I mean, no, not 5 indictment, 5 account on him. For that reason, they don't want him. But the question there is, they knew all this before they elected him as a speaker. So the key thing into the issue here, where this money came from to be able to sponsor it. That's the first draft we're going to establish. But let me go further. Let me go a little further. There was a crime committed behind you. The Minister of Justice, even though the House of Representatives, they have their own ethics committee. The ethics committee have to step out. But the question is, do they have credibility? The ethics committee, whether they have credibility now to investigate where the money is coming from, or the chairperson who going to chair that committee, she or he have to select member of that committee to investigate what's going on. Or the Minister of Justice can come in and say, you know what, there's a crime committed. I have to come in and step in because there are some representative or senator in this country. Some of them are going to prison, governor have gone to prison. So there's a lot of issues, constitutional issue, legal issue is all involved. In our ordinary person, that's a different issue. But these are House of Representatives. They have their own law. So the Minister of Justice or the Solicitor General have to come in, or the county attorney or the district attorney have to come in. So it can be worked out. But as an investigator, first of all, you want to establish where is the money, who sponsored the crime, how the crime was committed. We can establish all that fact. I mean, it won't take that long because this day we got forensic. Where the money from?
Who? Before I go to sister, who should lead this cause in getting the discoveries and all of that, in finding the loopholes as to where it came from, what was the intent, and all of that? Who should lead this cause?
Two places. The House, they had an ethics committee who can do the investigation. At the same time, the Minister of Justice can come in, the executive can come in and say, or the executive can say, because of conflict of interest, we're going to be neutral. We'll set up a special committee that will not be headed by the Minister of Justice. That will be an independent body to do the investigation. So that the executive will be excluded. We'll appoint an independent body that will be we got Google lawyers, we got Google investigators in Lpr.
Oh, okay. Mr. Goya.
To give you more headache, eh?
Yeah.
I think we have to be careful though. There are laws in Liberia. And I know Mr. Bacon is citing people in America that have gone to jail. Those were felonies that the FBI investigated. And in most cases, the legislature, in fact, investigated, sanctioned some of those people and how the work going. But I don't see where in our Constitution or in our rules where the executive uninvited can go and investigate the entire body of the legislature.
No. There's and I said the entire body.
But then the whole body got to investigate for the bribery. Who you never tell people?
But you see, when you're investigating, you're going to do the investigation based upon the investigation elimination. You're not going to say I'm going to investigate.
The first thing is, before you eliminate, you investigate the whole body. That's the point. Before you eliminate. So the point I'm trying to raise here is that yes, we want an investigation, but we got to be careful. There are laws on the book. And to say that the legislature itself cannot investigate itself, those are some of the complications we got with our laws.
No, I didn't say that. You can't investigate. I said they got ethics committee.
I'm saying that because we know that the legislature will be kind of tough for them to investigate themselves right now. And I think that is where a mature Fanati Kofa and a mature Thomas Fala will request an independent group of lawyers, like you alluded to come in, but those lawyers cannot come in without the request of the legislature. And that is where the problem is going to be. Because look, I'm still trying to figure this thing out. And I know we want to throw blames here. But you know, as Terry was talking, I was thinking about the flip side about the CDC. If the CDC is truly behind this, I still don't want to believe it's the entire leadership of the CDC. I think it might be some people who, you know, if a bad terrorist argument, which is viable, who believe that by for Natif going along with the president, and the president is achieving a lot, then they got nothing to run against in 2029. And it makes it difficult for CDC to come back in 2029. Therefore, they're doing this work. I think then it has to be people with serious ambitions. I still believe President Weah, former President Weah, until he can show me otherwise. But former President Weah's write-up and his call for calm, and he even threatened in that write-up lawmakers for his political party that participate in removing Fanati Kofa will be punished at the polls. So that brings me to a serious problem. Thomas Fala is saying that the speaker still enjoys his confidence. Former President Weah is saying that Fanati Kofa should remain senator. Everybody else is saying that Fanati Kofa should remain senator speaker, except for the 47 minus 2 or 3, whatever drip that's happening now. So who actually is the mastermind here? Like, I really want to know who's pulling the puppet here. Because I believe former President Weah, I got no reason to distrust the man, okay, that he wants Fanati Kofa. And the CDC should stand behind Fanati Kofa. And the CDC has both the speakership and the deputy speakership. And the deputy speaker, who by law will automatically ascend to become acting speaker if Fanati Kofa is removed, is saying that Fanati Kofa enjoys his confidence. So I'm still trying to figure out, really, I want to figure out who behind anything for real.
Mr. So can I provide small information, right? Or skepticism? Let's take for a case study. Have you heard Jefferson Koji or the body of the CDC, the likes of Jefferson Koji, the likes of those guys, this kind of time by now, they will have mobilized some youth.
Thank you.
Demonstrating the CDC, I know. They will have mobilized some youth. Jefferson Koji will call immediate conference. And they will all be talking. Oh, the United Party government won't move our speaker, blah, blah, blah. But every one of them remains silent.
You're right. So, and that is the confusion, right, Terry? That's my confusion, because even the captured general still has not spoken. He's still celebrating your birthday. Akara's great.
But is that far from France? You're ready in France? You're ready from Italy to France? Just a walking distance.
The captured general.
Mr. Bacon can give us the meaning of covert. Covert operation is an operation that is hidden. It's a high-class operation that takes place only between few people. Because let me tell you, if Safoko and Melvin Cole had known what was going down yesterday and have consented, but now Fanati Kofa is a former speaker. And guess who are going to preside? Fala. That is from the local things that I'm looking at. They're just from there. You know, I could be wrong.
No, you could be right. For me, it's just too many moving parts.
So
it's just too many moving parts.
In other words, you're telling us because Jefferson Koji and his folks did not jump in the street is one of the indicators that they know either what's going on or what. Is that what you're saying?
Mr.
Or
So,
it's coming with
you can
it's
add
coming
those things. The speaker position is the third most powerful position in the country. President Weah letter, that small little thing he wrote, listen to Edwin Mervyn Snow today. Edwin Mervyn Snow said, I know my friend President Weah. That thing he said, that thing he wrote is not sufficient. Edwin Snow is a political guru. Jefferson Koji that I know, and the likes of CDC militant group, by now they will have reacted. With the likes of Akara's grave. Mr. So, look at the body language of
respect the mail. Now because the man in the house again, man, General Gray.
Yeah, General Gray.
Sorry, retired General Gray.
They're already growing a political beer already. But yeah, Mr. So because of that, let me be honest with you, there are a lot of skepticism. I could be wrong, but the CDC I know about that kind of violence, that kind of resistance. CDC didn't put out that kind of resistance. Something is not clear. Something not clear.
But let me add to what. Go ahead.
Like what CC said is, can CDC now raise $1.2 million because that money we're looking at is around 1.2? Only the government get it to raise that kind of money. So can CDC be brave because they're jacking from power? Can they be brave to produce that amount of money? That the only error that somebody will say, yeah, I don't think there's the CDC, but you can never tell because they're jacking from power. So
let me add to what you were just saying, Terry. The first about CDC, the speaker does not have the blessing of CDC. That's number one. They established that. CDC, he's not in the comfort zone of the CDC. And Mr. Kofa goes to CDC headquarters. He don't receive that kind of welcome compared to the one Jefferson and Carter Grading can receive. So there's another aspect of it. But the cool aspect of it here is, where do this money came from? That's $1 million question. We can come here whether Kofa will be removed.
So where this money came from, where your government established, they have all of the tools to their disposal to tell us, will your government be able to tell us where this money came from? And if we do not know, what that brings to you?
Mr. So, let me say this here. One of the interesting things as far as I'm concerned is the absence of Koluba. I hope this young man is not sick. I hope that he's doing well, because it's been 2 days now. Koluba, the fact that you have some violence that happened in the House of Representatives, and Koluba yet to be in public. I hope he's not sick. I hope he's well. We pray that he's well. Because if Koluba is to take the mic, you will know the whole story.
You say
if Koluba,
when you tell us the story, you're believing?
Yeah, because you're not gonna hide it. You'll cuss people up. You start cussing them, people who did wrong. You will start cussing them up. So I'm hoping that he will be able to tell us. But this whole thing here, it's for me. I know Florentine Kofa going to survive. He's not going to be removed. But as Terry and Terry continues.
Do you listen to what is in call today? That they went to Ghana Sale, they have 41.
Yeah.
They got 41, they all outside the place. And on Tuesday, they're going to go into their turn, or they're going to have the meeting, and they were not going to honor the speaker. So there are a lot of issues that is how to the committee found a committee to be able to preside over the ethics and all these things. Who's going to preside over it? Who's going to give and say, I'm going to bring this on the floor? because the speaker do not have the quorum to have to conduct a meeting. So it's complicated than what we are talking about. But maybe from now to Tuesday, like our brother said, maybe from now to Tuesday.
All right. So
I think, Mr. So, can I learn? Can I learn?
Your Tabata too, I want bring
no, Mr. So, you can't bring no sedition on this show here like that. Can I learn, please? I'm speaking. Come to bring CDC person here to come muddy the water here. But let me say this. Mr. So. I know for a fact that this thing is not going to end, not in violence, but we're going to see this thing ending at the feet of the Supreme Court. This thing going to go farther. If Flanti Kufa is not successful in continuing, he's not going to be able to put it back in the bottle. But whatever slimming of containment that he might be able to, if he's unable to do that, we'll see this thing ending up in Supreme Court.
Mr. CEO, hold on, Mr. CEO, can I say something quick? Come on. Let me do something quick. There's a case study.
Let him speak.
There's a case study. No, I just want to make it clear. There's a case study here. Snow went to the Supreme Court. The same thing will going on right now. He went to the Supreme Court. He won his case at the Supreme Court, but when he came back, he said they cannot work with him. He have to resign. So even if let's assume that the speaker goes back to the scene because there's a case study already, he going back to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court say, you know what? Yeah, it's illegal for you to remove him, but he do not have the quorum. So how can he go? He is weak. So for that reason, there's no alternative but to resign.
Okay. So, look, Kato, let me just bring you in here because this guy has man and so Tabatari on here, put it this way, put it away, like he's speaking.
No, we are giving you the analysis.
Jared and I, we started here, it was on a good footing. By the time the Liberal came, his tone, everything changed.
Oh, no.
Went down the drain now. He's playing the card of the Liberal. Liberal now is indicting will be a conspirator number one. Is everything that CDC. Should CDC is that CDC doing what they are doing? So is there a reason for CDC to do?
So to answer the question, let me set some basics around here, right? You remember when Yeka Koluba came up the first time and accused the executive of wanting to remove Fanatic Kofa with the $4,500 money that was distributed among the black group, the group that voted for Kuhn, and they didn't succeed. When he came out and he showed the proof, I go into the Lebanese man's store, and that thing had the same spoon carrier was so big, they had to put it under control. They swept it under the rock. This is the same group. Now, I can agree with Terry to an extent. Some seditions, they have become disenchanted with the speaker because in their mind, and I'm privileged because I speak with a lot of them, that the speaker is siding with the Unity Party. On numerous occasions, the Unity Party-led government disrespected the former president. It didn't go down well with some seditions.
Yeah, guys, we are ashamed for you.
Hold on. They expected the speaker to side.
Yeah, what is it?
Listen to me. I'm trying to. No, let me tell you. You
no,
do
I
your
agree.
analysis.
What I'm going to say here, and I'm going to be a little bit ridiculous. When Dr. Mala is not here,
let me mute myself.
Keto proxy the affair as the deputy to the deputy. So you guys.
Now you
That the independent, that the independent court, that the independent court movement, the independent court movement, that the group that the group again.
Oh Lord!
We don't just run in isolation.
I get a head. I get a head. I get a head.
Me, I
want
to accept this
I want to
position.
drink some water. I want to drink some water.
No, I want for Keta to officially accept this position. Keta, are you accepting this position officially or LPR?
Why you guys want to? Keta, they are trying to distract you.
You're not distracting me yet.
Keta, do you accept the position?
No, exactly. Acknowledge it first.
Okay, gentlemen, we can't do this to our audience. When Lpr is on, he doesn't even send a link to Keta. He will not speak against it.
I will not say any more.
Lpr pressing can go up. I saw a PA pressing can go up. So you don't
say wholeheartedly with full chest. Let me part of it.
Who don't want me president?
No, but on a serious note, right? On a serious note, I was just setting the basics, right? So there are some seditions who are kind of not satisfied with Fanatic Kofa, and in my mind, it trickled down to some of the legislators or the representatives in the House.
Yeah, okay, Terry, not Terry, Keto. When they are not satisfied, why? What is their grievance? Why do they want the speaker to be obstructed to the president, or what?
And Mr. Todd, that's exactly what they think. That instead of this speaker be in the interest of Liberian people, that is, promoting the Liberian agenda instead of promoting just CDC agenda when it comes to governance, they want the speaker to every time oppose anything. And they are using some instances that the United Party are against the former president to hold this speaker in a truck.
Just talk about the VIP launch, but
VIP launch, not even
VIP launch. Because no Hennessy were in the VIP launch. I want that feeling. What are you talking here?
Please.
Don't give me no, but on a serious note, right? So some of them are very disenchanted right now with the speaker, but moving forward, this the thing. Unity Party people, always the Unity Party led government. I'm talking about the coalition, that group. They don't want fanatical fire around the press, the speakership. So what they did, listen to Coca today. Coca is not a sedition. Coca is from the ruling establishment. Coca is the one that championing the removal of Speaker Kofa. He just happened to be lucky to see some sedition who have little differences with Speaker Kofa, you understand, to join him. And what it did was to dish up money.
The CDC that lucky before he owned that plane.
No, he said who dish out the money? Is it coming from CDC?
So the money came from the United Party block because they started destroying money.
Why you want to say that? Why you can prove it? You can prove it? Can you prove it?
The man
where?
To his opinion, Mr.
Thank you very much.
The men are co-hosts, so be careful for the mute here.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I said, Mr. So please mute Mr. Bacon.
Okay. One more time, you must be muted.
Let me talk so they can go ahead. You go ahead. Yeah. But our time coming on Monday. You go ahead.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. Our time. You say with our time system.
But what he just said. So I said, okay, then we'll see what happens on Monday.
Today, Friday, you're talking about your time coming on Monday. You know what?
So I think on a serious note, President Weah is a genuine person. I think he appealed to sedition's lawmaker not to be part of the conspiracy to move the speaker. But I mean, they will have the meeting, they will come together and resolve it. The speaker will continue to be speaker. But with the Unity Party,
we wouldn't want people just resolving. Group of people wake up in the morning, watch their face, the cause chaos for government. They step then one person party leader can or they just
go and fire you.
Did you hear today? Did you hear Coca today? They said they had a meeting in Bannersville. They were about 21. They formed their own group. They're gonna be having the section in Chambers on Tuesday. Even if the
21 can host session. 21 people.
But that's what he said. He said,
yeah,
21.
but to you now, I'm asking you now, can 21 whole section?
But this the thing they think they can do, and I was
forget about what the thing they can do. Yeah, here's one thing I want to ask you because I'm really interested in what you say, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you make of the 47 people that signed, allegedly signed, and a majority of those were the vast majority of CDC lawmakers were on their list? Because I want to believe you. Like I said, I believe what President Weah wrote. I have no reason to say President Weah doesn't mean what he wrote, right? But the calculation where you have CDC against CDC, Safoko and other people insulting somebody's man, and you got the people signing. And if the money really came from the Unity Party, what do you think is happening with the CDC lawmakers that took that money and signed?
Well, according to what we know, some went in there as on a undercover thing to get the money.
They ain't talking you. They ain't get the money by you.
You ask question. Let me answer your question, brother. Some went in there actually to just get the money and reveal everything. Some of them actually went with intent to carry on the removal of the president because they are not satisfied the way he proceeding. I mean, the speaker, and that's how it is. This real story will come out, and you will hear the real story, and that's what happening.
So, but here why is quickly
inquiry.
Here why the Liberian investigator is reporting that President Weah accuses the Vicar government of plotting speakers offset with stolen fund, one CDC lawmaker. So it's kind of convoluted. Getting something now, you're doing that, you're accusing the government and this and that now. So where are they coming from with this whole thing?
Because it's a pattern. The 4,500, it came from the opposition, or a ruling establishment member who became opposition down the road. You can call it, but he flagged it, and the government, in fact, this guy, where needs Senator Representative Musa Assambility, lie on spoon that it was not true. When the lawmaker who were in the meeting said, or representative, you were there. They gave us this money. And he said it was true. He agreed and he apologized that they gave them. He was not the one that took the money, but the black group from the Unity Party, they distributed 4,500 among themselves because they said they voted for the Kun guy to be speaker and they were not successful.
Sese, Mr. Goya, do we know do you know the person that was distributing this envelope or whatever? I don't know. What was the first hand, the second hand that is doing mail delivery system?
The problem is the one video we got is of Marvin Cole and the other representative who actually displayed his own money and said another representative took $200 from his in the vehicle. That's the only evidence we got right now of people sharing money. And I think at one point in time in the live video of one of the news network, it was reported that this very guy who was reading the first time I read the petition. By the way, how your lawmaker they not a spare petition? Okay, anyway, we'll move on about it.
No, resolution. You can spell it right.
But I cook on the road, I cook on them for the party.
So, man, put the citizen and road out in the ready to the Senate.
No, that did all wrote it.
Okay, so Keto, you don't do the thing now. If you go sign something, you not read it for you signing it or just signing it, you read it. So the sign on to something that was misspelled. That means they acquiesce to it. They don't do all the thing here. So the problem here is that the people saw money, they got greeted. And for me, the whole thing about alternative news, which is just people just make up things. I want to see evidence. I said this, Musa Assambility disagree with him. It went on. There was nothing else besides walking to one level, man stood to yell. That was the end of that. Again, at the end of the day, the very Fonanti Kofa, who, according to these people, the money was being spent to remove, Fonanti Kofa didn't see any sense in that. There was no investigation. Right, so the man that they planned to remove saw that there was no sense in it, nothing went on. But my brother Keto still want to run with that story. For me, what I want people to do here is the seditions that went over there, those people that signed, like Keto said, it was a strategy. We're waiting for them to provide their evidence to President Weah and the CDC so they can come up with something bad. They're hoping they want to make sure that their evidence does not end up in jail. Just like the election announcement that ended in Che with Henry Costa and other people that just went on vacation, they come back again. So you must provide that evidence.
So you just said something.
Okay.
When you get called back, brother, so let me ask you this: when you get called back here with this remover, I know you didn't believe it. It was something that the speaker didn't believe. Today we are talking about removing the speaker. You still don't believe it?
No, because coincidences happen in my lifetime. And Yaka Koloba has accused a lot of. So when I talk about the Hennessy not being at the
VIP.
all know that President Weah can drink Hennessy. So now that when I say Hennessy finish, so you must believe that Hennessy finish that way off for.
Hey my God, what Hennessy got to do with VIP?
Don't do that.
My inquiry, please. So Keto, I watched a video prior to the whole stuff where President Weah was dancing. You know, that was very unusual to me for the former president.
So he knew something was coming happy, eh?
Yeah, that's my thing. You know,
Terry, hold on. Let me say this here, please. I think tonight, y'all young people, y'all beat my town. I gotta go.
Oh, you know that you sleeping for you. I see your eyes look very heavy, so I know you're sleeping.
You can't handle the conversation. You can't handle it.
Man can't handle it. He can't handle it. So like,
But okay, Terry, finish. Let me say something to tell him because he can't start.
Because that whole dance thing it distracted everybody, and that is my first time. People can say, you know, President Weah can, you know, but that was my first time to really see, and I really enjoyed that video. To be honest,
so the dancing now.
Was it for something that was coming? Or I'm just speculating. Was it something that he prospected? You know, that was a
good speculation.
Wow, Reverend, I don't believe you're gonna go that deep. Almost 3 weeks ago, Reverend.
Not 3 weeks. I just last week video. That video that last week.
The one you were dancing in the hallway. The one you were dancing in the hallway.
Yeah, that last week Friday.
That the one you coming down to the
last week. But yeah, the net is speculating. So that whole room now.
So what they got to do is remove. I
don't think you can get offering in your church because
nobody can pay. No C can cancel.
Nobody can afford. Not even Grumpy, they will go in that church.
I saw him and see your church. Just tell me my return on investment. I saw him and see your church.
President, we are dancing wearing T-shirt because you are dancing. He knows they're gonna try to remove. Oh, Terry. They want
Terry, let's also talk so the music in the background. You can tell that coup d'etat music you were dancing to. Now I'm listening to you now. I can hear that music.
Turn up, fire you.
Wow.
I don't know, man.
But listen, when you know something about to happen, you gotta prepare yourself for it.
Let me say this.
I'm just joking. I don't really mean
no, but it's serious. I think it was disgraceful. It was disgraceful for what happened at the Capitol. I think.
No, I think they were talking about the president dancing. He just joking.
No, he was just joking. Just throw that thing in, man. But I mean, I'm gonna see what was disgraceful for what happened at the Capitol. I hope they can resolve it. And if they want to move speaker, the speaker, they can go and we'll sit down, discuss it, have the quorum, and do what they have to do and see if it's going to hold water. But for them to do what they did is kind of crazy.
Lpr, Mrs. Fredericks wants you to wake up to answer this question here.
What did JB invite Fonati Kofa with him to Italy?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, that's the question.
No, I mean, because who would ask such a question? They make a sitting speaker. The president going somewhere. Let me count them before Mr. Token. Oh, hold on.
You need to hold on.
No, you hold on.
I will not have you and your neighbor to demean my friends, my followers. It is Mrs. Fredericks asking this question. She has the right. She's a free thinker. She's a Liberian who wants to know why.
No, but that's what I want to answer. I'm sorry.
Why would you say? Why people would ask this kind of question?
No, but that's the point I'm trying to make, because he is a sitting speaker, and the president is going somewhere and say, "Mr. Speaker, can't go with me." Anything wrong with that?
And the
He's a
speaker for the
chairperson in
opposition,
power.
and the speaker for the
What?
opposition, and there's a
No,
plot
no,
behind him when he left.
no. Nonsense. Eh?
What make it nonsense?
No,
There was a plot behind it.
no. Listen, there's no plot behind it. That
There was a
conspiracy,
plot.
something that. No, that's a conspiracy.
How's a conspiracy?
New we here with football speaker here. Bill Clinton wrote the same plane and it went somewhere. It happening in this country. It's still going on. I just want to bring that to something because I know the speaker.
More research happening, so I don't know why people make
it. But that's what I'm trying to make. The man is a chairperson in controlling the country. I'm going to the country. I want you to go into a conference. I don't see anything wrong with it to say I'm going to go with it. If the president go and say you didn't care the speaker, they say, oh, why you didn't care the speaker? So I think that question is, it's irrelevant.
No, it's a legitimate question. I don't think it's irrelevant. I think it's legitimate.
Some things get on your skin.
I think it's
legitimate. No, I'm not getting my skin. I just want to make sure because
it's a legitimate concern. They're gonna answer it that it doesn't mean anything big. I mean,
that's not anything big to me.
Was it a coincidence that the president asked the speaker to go and behind the
speaker?
That's another thing that happened. Like how the president was dancing and we said we hear
you are.
One of the possibility and people, and that's part of you see.
Anytime you talk about anything, I'm really busy, bro. Thank you, Terry. Anytime you talk about something,
it's a deal, guys. When we come to this forum, we should come with open mind. But you see, that is a difficulties involved when you have people who are politically drowned into something. So when they call their leaders, it's like they're submerged to go underwater. And that's exactly it. We are on an obligation here when our viewers
we tired hearing that song.
No. Let me just say it to ask for
the
listen to Jeremy Pierre. One of the things he said that the speaker got to ask somebody did ask that question. He said, well, he's a Catholic, the speaker is a Catholic, so who knows? That's another way. So people
the man will not let you call in. Because you know your point, you know who you are. You will not let you call in tonight.
Pick up your phone. I left my phone. I left my line down.
Yeah.
Where you gonna say to can't say the liberal? Call a liberal phone.
Yeah.
Call a liberal phone. That man.
The liberal phone sound like gramophone tonight. Ain't working good.
It not even sound like a gramophone. You're speaking total here tonight. You could disturb me. I was sure. Okay.
Clarence, call money. Keep your question, write your question, call money. You got it whole time. And when Carter came here yesterday, he started with something. You call me, I will give you more time.
Gentlemen, time is going away. Now, with this kind of behavior here, how in the world we can get things done? The people also, with all of this system within the first branch of government, who is there to play their part? It's a serious concern.
Mr. So
these were people who yesterday was flying the banners of either being a rescuer or they're coming to change the system. Here we are, just divine Jaffe like that. And when you talk to other ordinary people from inside on a daily basis, they hardly get it to eat, but we still have these people. So what is the portions of the civil society to question the authenticity of these people that represent us?
Mr. So, on a very serious note, let me just say this here very quickly.
Yeah.
First of all, election, Liberians are getting to understand the importance of an election and that election matters. When the election come in, the representatives and they truck people to different places, and we know those things, and they win the election. And the fact that they're winning the election, district does not depend on the community in that district, depends on trucking community. They really don't care. So the good thing here is this. Let me talk about bad first, then I'll talk about the good thing. Most of the representatives, they are not old people like me. They are young. But what they don't realize, they have other young Liberians that are in the diaspora that will be willing and are willing to go back home. And what they're doing over there is that they are taking away from the future of all of them, the young people. And they don't know that. And they don't care about it. But the good thing here is that many of these young Liberians that are educated in the diaspora, they're making money. They don't depend on their 5 cent, 10 cent stealing business to live. They live in the diaspora and they're working, they're making decent living. However, the bad thing is, even though they're enjoying themselves, but it's difficult to remove themselves from the issue of Liberia. That is the only hurtful part. But those people over there, they have nothing as far as let's put something together to help Liberians. All of them, including my own friend Franti Kofa, okay? They have not come up with any kinds of legitimate or good policy. From years to years, they have not come up with good point or legitimate or good policy that people can count. Look at Samuel Twe. You claim to be one of the smartest men in Liberia when it comes to financing. Look at the amount of charges that are coming after him. You look what McGill told us. And when I see a bill here, I do something good. What kinds of life is that? Where is Liberia in your stealing episode? Where do you place Liberia? You know, Mr. So these things for us, for me, someone who used to be a full soldier of the real progressive, I think I've done my part. I'm enjoying myself right now, watching these people turning themselves into nuts and cussing each other and what have you, and they call it politics and things like that. I've done my part. I will be around. We'll enjoy it.
Yeah, we don't even need you around because you're not even help to the process itself. Terry, you know, my guess we just want to talk this same talking, and next week it go on water again. That's
Mr. So here's the problem we have in Liberia. Anytime such a magnitude of the cases can come out, the first thing Liberia men will always say, "Oh, you're lead that team," and we are not solving the problem. That's the problem we have. People are not accountable. People are not being prosecuted. People are not being thrown in jail. People are not, the property are not being confiscated. Anytime something happens in Liberia, "Oh, you're lead that thing." Even on our legal process too. Look what's going on. There's no legal action have been taken. Everybody's on mute. Look what happened at the Capitol building, not the Capitol building, with the police department.
Will you call your government a question?
What?
Will you question your government if there's no one has been brought? Because
why will you not let him speak freely?
I'm not talking to you because you haven't been answering my questions. Based on what
so Mr. So that what Mr. Bacon is saying, I was just about to say the same thing. I think that what we're fighting in Liberia is we're fighting against the wrong thing. We claim that we're fighting corruption, when corruption is actually in the fence. Corruption is in the fence, well secure. And we claim that we're fighting corruption, but we don't understand that the main thing we're supposed to be fighting is the culture of impunity. And that is what I believe. We have been targeting the wrong enemy. We need to fight against the culture of impunity. And the culture of impunity is when people do steal and they are found guilty, we let them go. Once we can get one person, that what Mr. Bacon is saying, one genuine criminal, and put them in prison, it will be the president. We need a leader that will look at the president or former president and put them in jail.
You said a genuine criminal.
That is the only way corruption will cease.
Do we have one now?
Yes, we do.
I'm not asking you. Do we have one now?
That's what I'm saying. We don't have that kind of leader.
We got to set a precedent.
I'm beginning now to believe
we don't have that leader now.
No, we don't. I'm beginning to believe, Dr. Mali, that even though I don't believe that President Boka is not a politician, there are different kinds of politicians. But I want to believe with Dr. Mali that President Boka is soft. Because what we expected of him being drastic, we don't see it. All right? But now, if he had come with a drastic approach, all the thing we're hearing about people stealing money here and there, or people buying $100,000 car will not happen. All Liberia need to stop corruption is to cut off the culture of impunity. Once people can go to jail for the crimes they commit, the other man will stop stealing because he knows that he's going to go to jail. And that is that willpower to look at your own relative and put them in jail. We don't have it.
Well, Tabake, your own cousin. Tabake, your own cousin.
But that is, yeah, you see.
Yet he had all his family working in government.
Right.
And yet, just around a group of company was
what you costing for?
You stop that thing with talk about business, man. The man had a whole family working in government to make it that he was so.
I'm one of those.
The man was sleeping with all the smugglers during that.
Let me just wrap up on this. To be honest, I'm one of those who don't support that President Turbo be on the $100 bill. I don't think that was necessary. That thing Charles did was not correct. I don't support it. I don't see why Turbo is on the $100 bill. I don't see why. Who vetted it? What did it? Whether went through legislation, proper legislation, for it to be approved for you to put Turbo on $100 bill, the other president on there? Who made that determination? What it vetted? So I really think there are so many things that need to be changed in Liberia, but one of the greatest things is the culture of impunity. Once we can get past that, corruption will cease.
Okay, guys, we gotta go for the rest of the evening here. 30 seconds each, because my hair is pounding on the Liberal and Jerry, the Tabataye is just something here tonight. 30 seconds, Jerry. 30 seconds, Jerry. Will your government trace where this money coming from?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think they should do that. The government, they're obligated. The government is a responsibility. Even all this crime or any allegation that made from the first branch of government, the executive have the power, or even though they might not have the power because of the branches of government, they can appoint an independent body to investigate, and the Minister of Justice can accuse herself from them, investigating, or the legislature themselves can found a committee, which was the ethics committee, to be able to investigate all these things. So it can be done if we are serious and honest to ourselves. Like what they are doing right now, to say, yeah, we wanted to for the speaker to be removed. That's a policy we can find.
Okay, here or alternative, you're finding like a shadow hole now at the end of the day, so you can. What happens if that is not done?
That is not. It will be done. Yeah, what can be done? We had a criminal justice system in our country. It will be
done. What will you say? What will you do? You as a supporter.
It will be done. There's a legal issue in it, so it will be done. There will be a resolution to the issue.
Mr. Keto, this guy is not answering my question. He's finding it difficult to answer this question.
Oh no, because if it's not done, that's that proposition is not done. So how can I preempt the investigation that not even started there? I say this is what's going to happen. No, it is not. The government is a responsibility of the legislature. It's a responsibility. There are 3 branches of government involved right now. 2 branches of government involved right now.
Okay, let me ask your senior moderator, Pape. You Pape gone.
Gone where? You talking to me? Let me tell you. Yeah,
on a serious note, these things, I don't know why these things just happening like this.
Mr. So, will you please let me make my point? Sissy Goya, Jerry Baga, Walter Carter, Terry Collins, Mr. Alfonso Zion. So you guys are invited tonight. I having a jabulada. I got goat, cow, crawfish. I got crayfish. I got P4. I got cow skin. I mixed them up tonight. And jambalaya soup, pepper soup is in my house.
You started eating it before you came on to the program. You've been eating a cow, goat.
That way you say you want to lead this show quick.
Oh, man.
So no, Mr. So is a wonderful show, and I think this is what we do, and this is what we do the best, because we come out here to pound on different issues, even though we're not going to resolve these things, but we'll point them out. and the opportunity that this platform provides for us, I think is very unique, and we'll do our best. As far as these things are concerned, Mr. So, I don't know whether we want to invite another military takeover, or what do we do? I don't know. I have no answer. The voters are supposed to be the one to punish. They are not. So we here in the diaspora, we talk all these good talk, and some of our brothers and sisters
You the
that
same very person, you
Mr.
can't
So, can I please make my mistake?
Yeah, you deceive voters here as well. So
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's your own. You have your opinion, express it. That's what we do here. But the voters themselves, they are not helping the situation. And our brothers and sisters, before the election or during the election, that was seeking all to be on all of the platform and preach all of the wonderful, wonderful ideas. They get back there to help the government improve. We don't even hear them. You don't see them. George Lobo was on, and like I said yesterday, I was saying, I'm glad Sese was not there. George Lobo was on, the guy who was saying when Unity Party take over, you will see the transparency. You will see what the government can do.
He's still driving. He's still driving through. He reached it.
Okay, so but the kinds of comment he was making those day before yesterday was ridiculous. But anyhow, Mr. So, like I said, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. Join me and let's have a wonderful jambalaya tonight. I'm going downstairs now to get myself together. Good night, folks.
You eating tonight? And
you leave my whole mouth so water now. So water.
Pepper soup. No party. I don't do party to my house though. That pepper soup.
So can I
can you come? Of course you can come. Can you come? You can come.
Interrupting our show, please. Go drink your
pepper soup. Go drink your pepper soup to lift your spirit up. Go drink it because the place. You know what you just said just now.
The juice away now at a good intro.
No, can't go drink that to lift your spirit up. Because what you just said just now, Mr. Sto, it tells me that you are frustrated with this government. Because you say you don't know whether the military should take over or whatever. It means that all the effort, all your yeah, your expectation for this government is like, it's nowhere now. And we told people, let me be honest with you, Joseph Boakai may be a good person, but look at the people that push his narrative. Look at what they're doing. The people that he put around him, even the local man you were talking about. You understand? Lobo bashed the Spoon FM because the Spoon FM were holding this government feet to fire. He went on a platform, he said all kinds of crazy stuff. And these are people who are holding Georgia government feet to fire. But today they say no, 9 months they shouldn't hold the government. And these are things, and I'm just confused because if this president came to really fight corruption, you know what I would do if I was this president? The first time he got in office, I would look at this guy and disgrace my own chief of staff, saying, sack him, fire him, let him be investigated for asking NASCAR to buy 5 cars for $500,000. That the first time, then the pool said, this man is ready to do something, but he didn't do it. He keeping that man sitting right over there. All right? So these are things that you look at and be like, okay, these people are not ready to fight corruption. These people ain't ready to do anything. The legislator, and look, Mr. Toh, we can talk for not the judgment day. Our decision to vote people in power that don't have nothing to show, nothing to do with the country is bad. The Capitol building, in front of the Capitol building, pop hole. Parents, they say, they show the video, they get up, you see the big pop hole. The representative will take on the side and go around and go back. They did themselves. I'm just saying, they get all the money they make just to get one cement band, just close that whole no. It was there and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is the Capitol building? They even buy grass seed. They come to America and see. They see how they put up loan. That place they can park the car. The dusty area there. Get up playing grass and say that they play get low fun. Nothing. But they take 15,000, 20,000, 5,000. And what I for? You got a country at heart, but the Liberian people don't want to put in there. That's why I asked the question over there. On a good day, can a Sese Goya, a mathematician by excellence, can look at a Dow Jones and put in office, can look at a Yeka Kolba and put in office, even Abu Bana say of Kamara, the CDC man, can put in office? No. We want people
or George Weah. Or George Weah.
President Weah is a president that some people love naturally.
Okay,
They
look,
make.
my man. Yeah,
I mean, not spoil the show now. He's spoiling the show to say.
But you won't buy the man. You put in the man name, got him by teacher because you won't hustle the man. You won't
I ain't
hustle the
hustling the
man
man.
for
I just
yourself.
saying it, man. I just saying it, man.
Kettle,
Because
you too smart, man.
Get a learning from it or so. They can bottle you up, then they leave you laying that dry.
Say, don't tell me all around. You can't do me nothing. You get
yeah, the man was spoiling the show now.
Okay, Mr. Goya, say on.
Yeah, no, but I think, I think I like the new kettle. He still got some cleaning up to do. There has to come a time where we start to lead the leaders themselves. And when I say we, I mean those of us that people spend their time watching. There are people who are fanatics. Man, I bring everything by again. There are people who are fanatics of the Liberian Public Radio. They come here the minute the show starts. We can stay here an entire 5 hour talking tabata. There are some people that will stay here that 5 hours or just laughing. Right. And there are people in Liberia who use their data to watch us. We have to start leading. We're going to say a lot of things in there that I don't agree with, but there are so many things in there that make sense. The people we are voting in, we must have a way to assess people before we vote for them. We don't have that. In many civilized countries around the world, the place that people ensure that happens is in civics, where the citizenry is educated on their rights and responsibilities and the rights and responsibilities of the people they elect. When we don't have that, it's a problem. That's why you will vote for somebody who will go and decide that instead of impeaching a speaker based on all of the counts about conflict of interest, and in fact, there was another count in there that he overspent his budget when he was deputy speaker by over $2 million. But that was there when they voted for the speaker. Instead of these people holding this man's feet to the fire for those pieces, they take money. And there has to come a time where we who sit on these platforms, we joke around a lot, but we have to start putting some seriousness to this thing because our people are struggling. Our people are dying. Look, the money that these lawmakers got just to exercise their responsibility of picking a leader could have gone to JFK and provided a lot of medication and medical services. Could have gone to C.S. Rennie Hospital. Could have gone to Bumi County Hospital. One hospital in the whole Bumi County in Tomaberg. But it didn't. It ends up in people's pocket and they will pay somebody their side check, their school fee with it. And at the end of it, the whole thing ain't flat. People are saying that their signatures, they were duped into signing. Will you return the money? There's no refund policy on the whole thing. So it's just sad. But I think we have to help our people. We have to talk against stuff like this and make sure that stuff happens differently. And do I really believe that there's going to be an investigation that answers all of our questions about what just happened? Absolutely not. Because I don't think the House itself is willing, nor do they have the appetite to conduct an investigation that will put their butt outside. It's not going to happen, and they're not going to invite a justice ministry in there. They are not going to constitute an independent body to do that. So where do we end up? We'll forget about it in 3 days from now. New thing will happen. One butt naked people will be walking down Broad Street. It'll be the news story, and we'll move on from that whole thing again.
Yeah. Oh God. Terry, you done with your final word?
Yeah. So I can just close real quick. So that is the problem we have, and thank you again for the panel for tonight. But my closing would be, for Nanti, you have a grace period. This is your grace period to rescue yourself. And if you can successfully get President Weah to listen to you and call the CDC to back off, the CDC block for them to withdraw their signature, like Sissy said, before Tuesday, that would be a great thing for you. But I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you have the chance. But maybe because you saw the Pope and there was a blessing that will lay upon you from the hands of the Pope, there's a possibility you could swing it around. But I think what is against you is more than what is for you. Because if what I'm thinking is true, and there's a speculation that CDC hand is behind this thing, you are out. If what I'm thinking is true, because when CDC go, they go like a boat constructor. And the president that I saw dancing prior to all this thing, I can tell you for sure, brother, what is standing against you is more than what is for you. But apparently, you went into the Pope, into the confine of the Pope. There's a possibility. And that is the reason why probably Safoko and the likes of Mervyn Cole decided to hold the doors because you were visiting the Pope. You got a blessing. So there's a possibility the thing can change. It's possible. And I'm waiting to see that. Thank you very much, Mr. Sir.
All right, so we're gonna okay, guys, gentlemen, thank you so much, and to all our viewers, follow your comments, your tweets, your time with us here. I don't know where we are heading as a country, as a people, because if you have these people who should be making some wise decisions for us, and they're behaving the way they're behaving, I don't know. You let's get our country to a United Nations. We need to go on a trust issue. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant evening.
But wait, Mr. So, that you and Mr. Jack Green shaking hands like that? I will get you.
All right, folks, that's how we're going to leave it this evening. We say thank you so much for sharing your beautiful evening with us, Mrs. Clark. Thank you so much, Maizuki, Eric Talut, my own sister there, Anna Inarede from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Good evening. Venetia, thank you so much. Sayandra, thank you so much. Of course, Fatu. Good evening. To Ryan, good to have you here. That's how we're going to leave it this evening. Until then, by God's willing, same time, same network, we will be back here with another edition, some more programming right here. It's just sad to see the way they're behaving in our country. I don't know. Father, take control. Until then, have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.